After 21 years of existence in the aftermath of a global pandemic, it's finally never seemed fitting enough for me to start my own football club. Calm down, hold your horses, this isn't the 100k special, but it's a birthday special. Albeit about 2 weeks late, but hey, better late than never. It's Aries season and you can't do anything about it, so to begin a new era in today's video, we're not only going to launch my creator club creation, but to take them to the pinnacle of European glory and rebuild them to world domination. BCHD FC. Wonder where you came up with that one, mate. Yes, I know, I've been caught out in 4K. It doesn't exactly win any awards for creativity, but thanks to the help of PC mods and the stunning work of my good friend Respected Jeff, our club is alive and ready to make a statement. This man is an absolute visionary. He went out of his way to make the kits, badge, banners, flags, signs, customizing the stadium. Every single detail and aspect of this club is inspired by the man himself. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the man's channel. He also makes some absolute top-notch career mode videos. Now, just to give you some context here about the situation, we've been placed into the rest of the world category, so we've got to add ourselves into whatever league we please. The thing is, when you make a new club, you have to replace one, and we've taken over the 44-time Greek champions Olympiacos. So not only do we begin with all their players, but we also have to figure out where we're placed in the footballing pyramid. I just feel like League One is just a solid place to start. Not too low, not too high, just in the middle for the third tier of English football. This is exciting, man. This is like nothing we've ever seen or done before here on this channel. Our own brand new custom clubs, the kits are fire, just every single detail about this club I appreciate so much. In terms of who this team or what location this team actually represents, just as a whole, connectively, it's going to represent the BCHD army. All 100k plus of you guys. I know it's not the 100k special yet, but Sir BCHD is in charge of BCHD FC, the perfect match. When it comes to our actual players enrolled here at the club, I think we're probably going to sell every single one of these guys. I want to raise as many funds as possible, just so we don't have any Olympiacos players on our team, that we can ingrain our own personal mark and club culture here on this team. This has been one of my most anticipated videos of the year. I can't wait to get this underway. We've been gifted with about a £17 million budget to spend. Let's see how long it takes us to send BCHD to the pinnacle of world football. Guys, feel free to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you rate these kits? We've only got 2 for the time being, with the purples, pinks and blues. The cool colors perfectly fits in the channel theme, and then our cheeky little away number goes alright. I actually want one of these bad boys in real life. Maybe, who knows, down the line this could become some channel merch. We are witnessing history right here before our very eyes. The first signing in club history is gonna go to Adil Ayushish for £4.85 million. Now, if you've consistently watched my videos for the past year or so, you'll know how much admiration I have for the midfield dynamo out of France. Ever since he burst onto the scene after the Under-17 World Cup, I've just been mesmerized by his ability on the pitch, and I've decided to hand him the honor of being the first ever player signed for BCHD FC. So welcome to the club, my guy Adil. We've poached 2 cams in a row right here. We've gone for the Englishman turned German Jamal Musiala for £5.4 million. We've poached him from Bayern Munich, as the 17-year-old is having the breakout campaign of his life right now. It'll be interesting to see how he adjusts back to life in his homeland here in League One. Let's hope he can build his legacy and become a club legend. Talking about nationality changes, I swear this guy was finished when he was added into FIFA 20. Schalke's own Malik Thior. We've shelled out £2 million to acquire his services for the now German centre-back. At 18, he's showing great potential and he's become the first major signing of our backline. Also, versatility-wise, he's got it in him, as he can also play right back. I'm going to lay out that our main transfer strategy for Season 1 is just to get as many young talented prospects as we can. The Wonder Kids continue to flow through, as we have the first ever swap deal. You know Sir BCHD loves a cheeky swap deal. It's for Rory Delap's son, Liam Delap, from Manchester City for 410k, plus Andrew's just involved in the deal. Got no idea why Man City wanted him. I just gave it to him and they accepted. He's showing great potential, so let's hope he can achieve big things here at BCHD FC. I know that it's been transfers galore recently to start off this rebuild, but hey, we've got to do some sales. We've got to get some deadwood out the club and start that transition from Olympiacos-based players to BCHD's identity. Here we've sold Lazar Rendalovic for just over £3 million, as a 22-year-old Serbian departs for Nims Olympic. We have just set a club record of £7.1 million spent on the Kiwi, the left-back out of the A-League, Liberato Kikache. An A-League export. If you remember my Brescia career mode series back on FIFA 20, an absolute club legend, the New Zealander has arrived from St. Trudian out of Belgium, and he is just the master of the left-hand side, can literally play anywhere on the left. Whether it's defending, attacking, get you a man that can do both, and Kikache is a literal epitome of it. Now, after our spending spree, we were forced to generate some funds, and that means we had to sell Kenny Lala for £10 million. Porto came in and swooped on his services, as the French right-back in his prime is departing to Portugal. And not only that, we are hit with the double threat. We've got Yusuf El Arabi. He is joining the Turkish giants Galatasaray for £12.2 million, and that becomes our record sale. We are making and breaking so many records this week, as a Moroccan striker veteran is making his way out the club. Oh no, we're not done there yet, as we've sold one of the main veterans of the squad, Avram Papadopoulos. He looks like a dodgy security guard you'll see outside of a nightclub, as he is departing to BSC Young Boys for 280k. It's been some time since our last signing, but we're just strategizing and seeing where we can utilize our new funds, as we brought in a brand new reinforcement for the back line. It is the FIFA 21 debutant Timothy Pembele from PSG for just over £2 million. An exciting prospect, which is always what you love to see, and he's also very versatile, can literally play anywhere in the back four, and that's what I love about him. In life, we have death, taxes, and Sir BCHD signing in Italian in every single video. We have won the race for Empoli Samuele Ricci for £1.8 million. The centre mid, I know I could have gone for the likes of Tonali or Barella, so I decided to change things up with a midfield metronome from Serie B, scouting talent from Italy's second division. He can hold it down in the midfield, contain the tempo, and I'm really enthralled to see how his career develops here at BCHD FC. Here's one of those signings where I've just bought them because they're one of my favourite wonder kids / players in FIFA. It is Astor Franks. Similar to the Ayushi situation, if you've watched my videos in the past year, you'll know for some reason I just like this guy. It's his name, he's got a cool name, he's a well-rounded central midfielder, and of course he is a Belgian, one of the most exciting hidden gem starlets emerging onto the scene. And right now our squad is packed with central midfielders, but I wouldn't have it any other way. After a rapid-fire transfer window, I finally got my act together and picked up a goalkeeper, the most important position some would say. He's a Portuguese shot stopper arriving from Porto, a club we've done business before with in this window. It is the 20-year-old Diogo Costa arriving. He is showing great potential, and it's just an excuse for us to show off the goalkeeping kit. Let us know if you're a fan, because I think Respected Chef has done an insane job on this outfit. All we needed was one last defensive unit to join our backline, and we have recruited the services of Josko Gavario for £5.2 million. The Croatian man Mountain arrives from Dinamo Zagreb. I do get compared to this man looks-wise, thanks to my Discord server just trying to find my look-alike. However, Gavario, nonetheless, welcome to the club. Whilst we have brand new acquisitions joining pretty much every day, we're also in the process of filtering out the OG Olympiacos players, and that's the exact deal here with Masouras. The 26-year-old Greek is departing for the Bundesliga, as Schalke snapped him up for £4.8 million. Now, I know what you're thinking, Sir BCHD, another cam? Are you serious? What's your obsession with the centre attacker midfielder position? Well, I'm thinking of actually converting the Austrian wonder kid Yusuf Demir to a right midfielder. A brand new FIFA 21 debutant that I don't think I've really signed all too much this year. Purchased from Rapid VN for £2.52 million, the 17-year-old joins the squad. And here we have it. Last but certainly not least, we had to acknowledge our Greek history, the Greek origins of this club, by signing one of the most extravagant Greek youngsters in years, Christos Tsoulos. The 18-year-old arrives from PAOK and has potential to be special as well. For some reason, these potential upgrades have been coming into our new signings, and I have no idea why. Nonetheless, he'll fill the void at the left midfield / left winger spot at a 73 overall. Thanks to the abundance of sales, which I'm yet to cover, we have been able to finance this move, and the versatility on the lad as well. The range is superb, can play on either side and also up top as a striker. In case you're wondering about the specifics of the deal, it was actually a £3 million and another swap deal, plus Bruma, the ex-career mode wonder kid involved in the deal, headed the other way. And the other sales we've been able to achieve behind the scenes is Semedo, who offered in the championship, have gone and spent £13.1 million on the Portuguese. Another centre-back out the door, Bar, is going to be joining RCD Espanyol for 4.3 mil. Another export to the Turkish league, as Andreas Buchiakis heads to Başakşehir for £7.2 million. And finally, Varel Sai can say welcome to Besiktas, as he joins them for £4.9 million. We've actually reached our first ever deadline day, and right there you can get an overview of our business. Over £40.6 million spent on new talent, new arrivals, and we have sold upwards of £61.8 million worth of players. Some major transitions, some huge squad turnover, and that marks a successful summer transfer market. In reality, it puts us in prime position to be promoted promotion favorites to get hold of the league title. Maybe I shouldn't have started us off this low, but hey, every club's gonna work their way up the leagues, and you've got to start somewhere. With that being said, we can finally get Season 1 underway. Just as we predicted, like an overnight success, BCHD FC have finished top of EFL League 1 and get that coveted promotion to the Championship with 109 points. They take home the title, Ipswich alongside them get that automatic promotion. Meanwhile, it's Sunderland, Lincoln City, Peterborough and Doncaster to fight it out in the playoffs. Whilst making a gargantuan statement not only in League 1 but the FA Cup, they get knocked out to Spurs in round 5, future Premier League opponents 1-0. Not so much the same like in the Carabao, as in round 1 they were eliminated from the get-go to Bristol City 5-4 on penalties. Not only do they have the league title to celebrate, but the Papa John's trophy, they take it home at Wembley against Salford City 2-0 in the final, and the club have a cheeky double to boast about in their first year of existence. You love to see it. That was their road to the final, and they are truly proving to be deserving of that championship place right now. Now, a big question that presents itself is how much of the job was done by the Olympiacos OGs that we are still yet to sell, and how did our new signings gel and adjust to the new climate? And as you can see, the top 3 best performers were all Olympiacos players that we are planning to sell, but they did help us get out of League 1. The likes of the Egyptian Hassan, who scored 36 goals, Kamara from midfield, 25 goals and 11 assists, and the Greek Fortounas with 22 goals and 14. We're going to be aiming to sell them on for profits next season, but in terms of our new signings that we did acquire this time round, it was Jamal Musiala with 17 goals and 7 assists, Liberato Kakache from left back with 11 goals and 7, and Liam Delap off the bench with 6 goals. We successfully converted Yusuf Demir into a right midfielder, and from the right hand side, the Austrian bagged 5 goals and 2 assists. We actually had a stunning showcase from our French playmaker, 15 assists. I think that is a club high. Yes, there you go, he outperformed everyone in terms of that department, and despite his late position conversion, the Greek Tzoilios got 4 appearances. We have the Portuguese heir to the throne of our number 1 spot, Diogo Costa, only getting 3 appearances and 1 clean sheet. Meanwhile, Jose Sarr steals all the limelight. But yeah, I think that'll be the main plan for Season 2. Sell these last few Olympiacos players still lurking around and making a major impact, get in a few more brand new signings, and really start to stamp our authority on English football and create a new identity. For the time being, our most valuable wonder kid at the moment is Liberato Kakache, the Kiwi, valued at £20 million on the transfer market. Getting promoted at the first time of asking and even securing 2 trophies. What a start to life for my football club. Our first call to action for Season 2 in the transfer market is picking up another brand new defender. This time it's our first Asian talent, Takahiro Tomiyasu from Bologna. We've secured his services for £22.3 million, and I think I've found Gvardiol the perfect centre-back combo. He's young but still really experienced, playing his years in the Italian leagues, learning how the true defensive art is worked. I think he'll be an invaluable addition to the squad, so welcome along, son. Who remembers this guy back in the day? He used to be a wonder kid, I would say in FIFA 12, 13, 14, it's Jan Mvia, the French central defensive midfielder, now 31. It makes me feel old, but for £11.8 million, Ajax have spent the money to bring him to Amsterdam, and that is the first of many sales to guff the club this season and get rid of all the old timers. It is another club transfer record broken, and I agree, we are signing players way too good for the Championship. However, his loan spell ended at PSG, and Everton have agreed the terms over Moise Kean. Yet another Italian joining our ranks, but I wanted to secure him before he became too good and way too expensive for my liking. We actually involved one of our best players last season, Kamara, in the deal, plus £20 million, and that was enough for Moise Kean to sign on the dotted line. I know our roster is jam-packed of central midfielders, but it would be rude of me not to. He's part of channel history, he's responded to my DM, and he's pretty much responsible for my most viewed video on the channel. Xavi Simons, we're basically best mates. Look at us two standing next to each other. He got his moment in FIFA 20, finally added into career mode, and for £3 million, we have purchased a BCHD legend. I don't know if he's going to reach the glorious heights like his potential suggests, but hopefully he can force himself becoming a cult hero, because he's just so important in my YouTube journey. Without that 500,000 viewed banger, I don't know where I'd be. Now, with our newfound Championship finances, I've decided to bulk up the squad, increase the squad size, and pick up Al-Noor 8 El Hajj, a Belgian attacking threat that is good off the bench, can create that impact in a second half, is still only 19, yet another talent sourced from the Belgian Pro League. And joining 8 El Hajj in that same category is Mohamed Darami. We're going to acquire the Danish up-and-coming superstar from Basel for £3.4 million, and let's hope this signing achieves the desired effect we all want, the super sub that can make the impact off the bench. Now, I've not been keeping you guys guys in the loop whatsoever, but some major sales has happened for those transfers to go through. Let's scroll all the way down. Let's start off with Fortounis to Aston Villa for £15.3 million. The Greek cam is off to the Premier League. We've got Socrates making another move. The ex-Arsenal player is joining PSG in the Eredivisie for 6.2. And actually, we've received a player in return here for Mohamed Draga. The Tunisian right-back exchanged with Olsberg as we get Hahn in the process. And our main shot stopper, our number one goalkeeper, Jose Sarr, is going to be joining Bournemouth. The Cherries acquire him for £25.9 million. Here's the player, Andre Hahn, we received in that swap deal. He's 30, can play at right mid and striker, but I don't see him having too much of a future now that Demir is probably going to overtake him in overall this season. I'm looking to probably sell him on in the future for a bit of cash. We're still well and truly on that selling grind right now as we get rid of the Moldovan left back Oleg Reabukcic. Completely butchered the pronunciation of that name, but for £1.95 million, he joins AZ Alkmaar. And alongside a couple of other departures as well, our top goal scorer last season with 36, the Egyptian Ahmed Hassan, is going to be joining Socrates at PSV for £5.3 million. And our third choice goalkeeper, Christensen, the Icelandic warrior, is joining Charleroi in Belgium for under £500,000. Surprisingly, even though we've seen some of the biggest fees this window, we've spent less than our season 1 summer. With a total of £52.7 million spent and a total profit of 67 mil, just proven we are still on that job of clearing out the team. Now that deadline day is over, we can start to focus on our football, get this team playing at their best, and ensuring that Sir BCHD ball is in full swing. Hopefully there's no second season syndrome and we can put up a real fight to be promoted to the Prem. Here's season 2's conclusion. In the championship, BCHD FC has finished in 5th and therefore clinching a playoff spot. Not good enough to go up against the likes of Aston Villa and Southampton, who secured automatic promotion with ease. But definitely we're in contention and put up a good fight in one of the toughest leagues in the world. It was never going to be easy. Aston Villa actually went on to win the FA Cup against Manchester United 4-2, showing how good their championship form has been, but our boys got knocked out in round 5 to Arsenal 3-0. They have gotten off to the worst start in the Carabao Cup possible. We're not really proud of our performances in this competition as they were knocked out to Cheltenham Town 4-3 on penalties in round 1. Oh boys, we are involved in the most expensive game football has to offer, a promotion playoff final to the Premier League to secure one last position for promotion. Against the almighty Bournemouth, we know our ex-goalkeeper Sarr has recently moved there and the Cherries are looking real good. We beat out Watford 3-1 on aggregate to secure our spot at Wembley, so here goes nothing. Here is our best team, our starting 11 we are entrusting our faith in for today's task. It is do or die, it is win here or experience another season in the championship. We're going to quick sim with this one and see what plays out, and Sir BCHD's men have gone on to win in extra time. In the most dramatic of circumstances, it was 2-1 and it's our boy Asta Franks from the middle of the park to secure an 105th minute winner. Moise Keane equalised after Solanke scored a 2nd minute opener, and that was that. BCHD FC in 3 seasons have gone from League 1 to the Premier League. We are going up, baby, and it's all thanks to these top performers, including the likes of our signing this season, Moise Keane from Everton with 32 goals and 2 assists. He found the back of the net with ease, just like Jamal Musiala. He's starting to become a consistent performer even when the best Olympiacos players were still here. 15 goals and 6 assists for the German, the man involved in our swap deal. It's another German, Andre Hahn. To be honest, he's not involved in our long-term plans whatsoever, but in the short term, he's provided us with 12 goals and 4 assists. Yusuf Demir from the right-hand side with 8 goals and 6. Kikache from left-back is proving to be an absolute monstrosity. An attacking force to be reckoned with 7 goals and 6 assists. The Kiwi cannot stop. The Greek freak Christos Solis with 6 goals and 4 assists, 10 goal contributions, and Adil Ayushish from Cam with 4 goals and 10 assists. The captain, aka BCHD lookalike, with 2 goals and 2 assists. The Croatian Gavardio with another landmark campaign, and Asta Franks, who scored the goal to get us that Premier League promotion, the decider in the final. 2 goals and 6 assists for the Belgian this campaign. As we scroll down, our boy who recently claimed the number 1 throne in between the sticks, Diogo Costa, with 20 clean sheets in 57 appearances. The Kiwi Kikache has proven against all the odds to be our most valuable player in the roster. Now marked at £63 million, he has overtaken the likes of Keane and Musiala. The left back has just earned himself a new contract. He's become our brand new franchise player. The future is exciting. Big things are awaiting us. As the newcomers, the new boys in the Premier League, will we survive up against the top dogs week after week, or will we be in for an intense relegation dogfight? Let's see what Sir BCHD and his club have up their sleeves. Now, after the extraordinary goal scoring form Moise Keane has proven to be in, you're probably sitting there wondering, why are you buying yet another striker, we have gone in for Emmanuel Dennis as our first piece of transfer business to start off Season 3. I mean, there are a myriad of reasons for this. We've got Liam Delap, who isn't really quite ready at a 70 overall, and we need someone to challenge Moise Kean for that starting spot. I don't want the Italian getting too comfortable. He's got to know that someone's hot on his tails. If he's not performing, Big Dennis the Menace can come in to save the day. We have breaking news to report on right here as a club transfer fee record has been broken. Emmanuel Tapsoba, the man from Burkina Faso, we lure him away from the German outfit, and all 6'4" of the African will be joining us here in the Premier League. At 23 years of age, 83 overall, we got away with not paying his £80 million release clause, and I'm sure Edmund is going to find it no issues slotting straight into our backline in the starting 11. Now, this move is a bit of a precautionary measure. We're looking at the goalkeeping situation right now, and Gavin Bazunu out of Genoa right now. The Irish shot stopper is a product of Manchester City's youth academy, and we've gone in for a swap deal, offering the Italian Solakis a third choice goalkeeper, 67 rated, plus £3 million, and he becomes an emergency backup goalkeeper and our third acquisition of Season 3. Boys, right now we're currently sitting at a 61 manager rating. If we get sacked from our own club, this would probably be the biggest L I'm going to take of all time. Imagine getting fired from the own team I created and brought into this world.
But you can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
I'm going to leave things here for our debut campaign in the Premier League. I prioritised quality over quantity and spent nearly £100 million in our debut campaign in the Prem. Hopefully that's enough for us to survive. I'm going to leave things how they are and see what suits us, how we interact with the Premier League, and to see what works and what doesn't. We're dipping our toes in the water in what is some major uncharted territory for Season 3. Can someone explain to me how we have qualified for Europa League football? We are not only making our Premier League debut, but our European debut. I don't know, maybe it's something to do with us overtaking Olympiacos and they're just automatically qualified for this competition. I don't know, but we've been drawn into Group B. As outrageous as the circumstances are, we've got Fiorentina, Besiktas, and Celtic in what is going to be a thrilling draw. Our inaugural Premier League campaign has come to an end, and right here we have not only survived relegation, been in mid-table, but nearly qualified for Europa League football. Who knows, we might be automatically qualified thanks to us already being Olympiacos, but with 64 points, we tie with teams like Chelsea, and we were literally on goal difference away from finishing in the top 5. Obviously, still worlds away from Man City finishing on top with 100 points, Spurs in second, Liverpool, Manchester United. No one really challenged the citizens. As we scroll down, we finish above the likes of Wolves, Arsenal, and Leicester in a marvellous campaign that sees us become a Premier League big boys. We have caused a disturbance, and who knows, we might be having a brand new member of the new Big Six club, as the 3 getting relegated is Crystal Palace, West Brom, and Leeds United. No way. Oh my god, you are kidding me, man. Every single season we have not failed to lift up silverware as we go all the way in the FA Cup. It's a tournament built on the underdog story. Here in 2023, the boys have accomplished the unthinkable with a 1-0 win over the Toon. Newcastle going down in the big dance, and BCHD becomes English champions, writing their name on the trophy for the first time in club history, knocking out the likes of Liverpool and Manchester United. They grabbed this tournament by the scruff of the neck. Over here in the Carabao Cup, not the same luck though, but I'd much rather win the FA Cup over the Carabao, and this is the furthest they've ever gone in round 4, eliminated to the Premier League champion City 3-0. They were in total cruise control, a lot of firsts in this video, the first time ever competing on multiple fronts, and continentally they finished on top of Group B. The 2 purple sides made it out and qualified for the round of 32. They beat out Rio Ave 4-0 on aggregate in the round of 32. In the round of 16, they lost out to Getafe 2-1 on aggregate. A hard one to take as the eventual champions were RB Leipzig, 1-0 winners in the final against Real Sociedad. In an overall campaign that broke down the barriers for the Premier League new boys, they proved the doubters wrong and showcased why they're here to compete and take over the footballing landscape. 2 years in a row, it is Moise Kean who has become our top goal scorer with 25 goals and 4 assists. The left mid, our Greek freak Christos Zoilis with 11 goals and 7 assists. He is joined by his man on the other side of the flank, Yusuf Demir, the Austrian, with 10 goals and 3. Jamal Musiala with yet another consistent campaign. Not only are we starting to see the performances really level up, but we're also witnessing some mad growth right now. Liberato Kakache from left back still up to a +3 now at an 86 with 9 goals and 4 assists from left back. How is this possible? Andre Hahn providing a little bit of experience and wisdom off the bench with 7 goals and 2, and Emmanuel Dennis, our backup striker, the Nigerian, bagged 5. Our captain Gavadio with 2 goals and 2 assists, as Astaf ranks in the middle of the park with 2 goals and 2. 8 El Hajj off the bench with 6 assists and 2 goals, as Diogo Costa has really fit into those gloves nice and well. The number 1 with 1 assist and 22 clean sheets in 61 appearances. We've got a select group of talents that are really working towards their goals and achieving things year by year. They're ticking things off the list, they're getting things done, and now our most valuable player, it had to be Moise Kean, who has overtaken the likes of Musiala, Gavadio and Kakache. The transfer market valuation of £131.5 million. We're 3 seasons deep and things just look like they're going all our way at the moment. It's just good news after good news, success stories everywhere you look, but we have still got more work to do. Some key areas we need to improve, upgrades all around the pitch, and just a general club culture of winning silverware, and the BCHD way needs to be engraved into our players' heads. And of course, to all our fans around the world, you guys, let's prove why we're the best. Now, coming into season 4, I thought this team lacked a bit of flavor, a bit of Spanish flair and tiki-taka to spice things up in the middle of the park, as we have acquired our most expensive transfer to date. It is one of my personal favorite players in real life, Fabian Ruiz. The Spaniard has been one of the oldest players. He's going to become probably the oldest player at this club, as he has made the £91.8 million move from Napoli, and has got his name on the starting sole centre mid spot. He's got a wonderful left foot. He is so elegant the way he carries himself on the ball, and I feel like he can provide that spark to take this team to the next level. Ranks, Xavi Simons, Ricci weren't really growing to my liking, so we've gone and given the centre mid spot the biggest upgrade we're ever going to see. Another area and position which I thought we needed a major upgrade in was the goalkeeping spot. The man in between the sticks, we all know, is so crucial when it comes to career mode simulations, and Sir BCHD has gone out of his way to source a talent from Real Madrid. It's the Ukrainian Andriy Lunin. Another career mode favourite of mine, the number 27, will join BCHD FC. I believe in the lad. He's got a lot of credentials, being a junior World Cup champion in the youth levels for the Ukraine. After a lot of thought and analysing the squad, we had to upgrade our right back position, so centre mid, goalkeeper and right back were the targeted ones this season, and we have pursued the services of the American Sir Genio Dest. I feel like everyone signs him in career mode, but I don't think I've ever signed him this year. We pick him up from Barcelona, the former Ajax man, for £58.7 million, as a 22-year-old joins us as one of our best wing backs right now, as Timothy Pembele can be his understudy. We're probably gonna lose, but I just want to simulate the Community Shield, the Cup final. We'll see if we can grasp on some pre-season silverware here at Wembley in a quick sim against the Citizens, the champions of England, and it's a 1-0 win for the Blues, as KDB scores a 39th minute winner. I feel like there's been a disturbance in the force with English football right now, as BCHD FC have proven their credentials, attracting some of the best talents and spending £178.5 million this summer. No major departures or plays made, as some of our starting 11 are representing their country on the international stage. I just think a major achievement after this window is that we've upgraded the last 3 positions that needed that plus 80s to make the whole entire team 80 plus. It's a satisfying milestone, but we want more than that. We want results and silverware. Let's get season 4 underway in what could be yet another record-breaking campaign. It's the end of the 4th season overall. They're second in the Premier League. I don't know if it's second season syndrome, but a couple teams have figured them out, as they slumped from 6th to 8th. Same points tally as last season, but 2 spots of difference, and therefore are well and truly away from that top 4 position, as Spurs win the league with 86 points. It was very much a 3-horse title race, as Man City didn't live up to the heights of that Centurion season they had last time out, and getting relegated is Derby County, Burnley and Swansea City. BCHD FC is dethroned at Wembley, as they encountered the jaws of elimination in round 4 to the eventual champions Manchester United 3-0. The Carabao Cup is a competition which they rarely perform in, and that is the exact same this time around. In the 4th round here was a 2-0 defeat to Liverpool. Yet again, they somehow slithered their way through to the Europa League, and drawn into Group E alongside Marseille, Guimarães and Motherwell, they finished on top. A flawless group stage saw them eliminated in the round of 16 to Inter 3-2 in aggregate. With a 51 overall manager rating, we're in the red, and the board aren't too happy with us. The board should be me. I should be able to sack myself. And just to flex on you guys, now we have enough depth to create a second starting 11 with a 4-4-2 formation, a different approach, with our second choice players, our backup squadron, and still look a decent side on their day. So here were our main performers and the squad report at the end of the season reads like this: 3 years in a row, he's on the hat trick, and it's Moise Kean with 23 goals being our top goal scorer. The Italian knows how to find the back of the net, and he also got 3 assists in 55 appearances. We've got Jamal Musiala, these are like the top 2. They're interchangeable, as the German scored 17 times with 4 assists. We have 14 goal contributions from the now 33-year-old Hahn. I've been planning to sell him, but no team have come in for him, but hey, he's been doing a good job and contributing to the side, just like Christos Zoilis, the Greek freak, with 7 goals and 9 assists from the left-hand side, but not growing whatsoever this season, which is quite worrying. We've got Tapsoba from the back with 6 goals, Ranks from the middle of the park with 5, and 8 El Haj with 5 goals and 2 assists. I can't understand this, man. The Kiwi Kakache continues to output some incredible numbers: 5 goals and 4 assists from left back, Dennis off the bench with 4 goals, and Adil Ayushish from Cam, 3 goals and 4 assists, as Fabian in that pivot position in the middle of the park, the new boy in town, 3 goals and 8 assists. The goalkeeping spot was well and truly taken over by Andriy Lunin this season, with 45 appearances and 20 clean sheets for the Ukrainian. We now have 2 90 rated players in the squad, both Gvardiol, the captain, and Moise Kean, the Italian stallion. We tried to switch up their development plans as much as we could, get their growth and development, and guide it towards the right track, as Moise Kean is proving that the Italians mean business with a market valuation of £180.5 million, our most valuable player right here on the roster. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but that's the first season in a while without silverware. We've had a blip this year, and we're looking to bounce back for season 5, almost half a decade of existence. Let's get back on the right track, aim for top 4, and continue to attract world superstars to the silver play button arena. With our season 5 transfer business getting underway, we have 2 major operations to pull off right here. We're going after Barcelona's Pedri, and we've pulled out the big bucks for him, £120.3 million. I'm noticing that Zoilos's performances, the Greek freak, we kept him here just to pay respects to our origins, but he wasn't performing up to standard, and now we've gone out to replace him for the Spaniard out of La Masia. Pedri, welcome to BCHD FC. What a coup that is. This time we've gotten away with a bit of a cheaper deal here. It is a swap deal. Yusuf Demir, he's still only 21 and 84. I just feel like it's time to make a bit of profit and reaping the rewards of investing in these wonder kids before their careers took off. And now we get a real cheap deal for a world-class winger to start on the right-hand side, and Pedri is going to be our brand new starting left mid. 2 big money signings that are going to change the outlook of our starting 11. One a swap deal, one a straight-up transfer fee, and you can't argue with me saying they're not franchise players, they're not big-name heroes, as I'm sure the Spaniard and the Brazilian are looking forward to getting managed by the GOAT, Sir BCHD. You thought English football was starting to feel the impact of BCHD FC, but we have set the record of the most expensive transfer this summer. That's going to wrap up our spending, £155.3 million. It leaves us with a bit more money, but nothing substantial that we can go out and pursue. You're starting to look at this team, and I'm just wondering what's not clicking. If we don't qualify for the top 4 this season and get Champions League football, I'm going to be really worried. But hey, there's some good news. Our manager rating is back up to an 82. And that is what you love to see. Not only did we qualify for the top 4, we smashed expectations and won the whole damn league. Premier League champions, BCHD. Our boys have been crowned it for the first time. Not only will have goalkeeper of the tournament, sharpshooter of the tournament with Moise Kean winning a golden boot, and our team of the tournament announced in the Premier League, and it's basically BCHD FC domination. The new revolution has started, people. In probably the weirdest fashion, I think we've won the Premier League with the least amount of points. 73 points above the likes of Man City, Liverpool, and Spurs, who could have all pretty much won it on the last couple of days. The shock, we have Aston Villa up in 5th, but what a way to win it. At the end of the day, it was our draws which got us over the line, and getting relegated on the opposite end of the spectrum, it is Watford, Sheffield United, actually both Sheffield clubs, as Sheffield Wednesday also finished rock bottom. Over here in the FA Cup, unfortunately we didn't make the final as we were eliminated. Where were we? I think it was in round 4. On a round 4 replay, the Red Devils finished us off 2-1. There we go, it's the first piece of domestic cup silverware we have conquered. Ever since that unlikely FA Cup victory here in the Carabao against 5th place Aston Villa, the boys did the job at Wembley, and they have secured yet another English title, not only the Prem, but the Carabao and the FA Cup. They've won everything there is to win in English football. And this time around, there was no European football. Nothing to report on in terms of the Europa League or Champions League. Maybe that's why they conquered the league. They just put all their eggs into one basket and focused on this sole competition. As you can tell, the main boss carrying the squad, Moise Kean, must have back injuries after 4 years in a row of being our top goal scorer. Our sole striker, the Italian stallion, scoring 29 goals and 1 assist, 30 goal contributions in 51 appearances. Jamal Musiala, who is just used to being the second best performer every year with 12 goals and 9 assists. The German with 21 goal contributions in 46. We have Anthony's debut campaign with 8 goals and 3. And also Fabian from the middle with 5 goals and 3. For Solis, although we replaced him, he scored 5 goals and an assist. Serginho Dest with 4 goals and 3 from right back. And Liberato Kakache being our main playmaker as a left back, 13 assists and 4 goals. What can't this Kiwi do? I think he's a surprise package of the rebuild so far, as the man in between the sticks holding it down, Andre Lunin with 24 clean sheets, now seats himself at an 86 overall with 52 appearances. We have an exclusive club of 4 90 rated players or higher, as Gavadio and Moise Kean are locked at 93 each. They are both the highest rated, and the most valuable is of course Moise Kean. He has broken through that 9-figure range and has gone up to £222.5 million on the transfer market. With season 6 approaching and the club's debut in the Champions League, we've got to implement even more world-class players in our setup if we wish to compete with the European top dogs. I'm looking forward to continuing this momentum we've gathered for as long as we can. Just like that, we have kickstarted season 6's transfer business with a meaningful player signing in relation to the channel origins and my first ever videos. Back on FIFA 15, I created Martin Odegaard, did a little growth test / career simulation with him.
Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD Gaming here.
And that was like my first ever video that got any decent views. It's still up on my channel to this day if you want to check it out, but I'm forever grateful as we have purchased him from Real Madrid for £120 million. He's in the prime time of his career, can start up top with Musiala in the 2 cam positions, and I can see them forming a great partnership, or he will form a little rivalry with Ayushish, who will get the more game time. It's our first Norwegian involved as well. In today's rebuild, I literally think there is a different nationality every single position you go to, bar a couple here and there. Asia, Europe, South America, we have covered the globe. Now these are the kind of signings we need to give the green light to another big acquisition for the middle of the park. It is Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. This one also holds a bit of nostalgic value to it, but also serves a purpose. SMS 21 Savage is one of my favorite players in real life. The Serbian is an absolute machine and is a threat from corners, threat from free kicks. He's got a hell of a long shot on him as well, as the 30-year-old veteran, one of the oldest players we've signed so far in this video. We got him for a cut price, 70 million on the dot. He arrives from Barcelona as we focus on quality, but also improving our squad depth and making sure the cover for our initial starting 11 is on point. And I've noticed after all these years that we don't really have a suitable backup for Kakache in case the Kiwi gets injured. So here I've found Luka Netz for £20 million. We avoided activating the German's release clause as the 22-year-old is coming over from the Bundesliga. As we accept it, that is our whole entire transfer budget gone. And just like that, another summer transfer window comes and goes. We're not really known for doing our business in January, and we've just stuck to our guns here, spending £210 million in the opening season market. Our team is looking lethal. It is looking dangerous, and if Europe aren't scared by now, I don't know what is going to scare them, because there are 90 overall players everywhere you look, attacking threats left and right, and we also have the most solid defense in world football. With a man like Moise Kean backing them in every other week for fun, it is going to be one impossible task to stop us. Now, just in case you're wondering that you've seen some random teams and custom clubs spread out the save, it's that because I've had to use the mod that have had all my mates' online career mode teams. As you can see there's an online career mode league. So teams like Fletcher Jet, JJ Loza, we've got Mackwell, ML, just random teams that are going to be spread throughout this career mode save. They've replaced some of the rest of the world clubs, so that's why they sometimes appear in the Europa and even Champions League. And we are gifted with our first ever Champions League group, and it just had to be a Mackwell in our group. Everyone's clubs that have shown up in this video so far, they're going to be linked down in the description, so make sure to check them out. I'm sure they're not going to be too much of a threat towards our European charge, but here goes nothing. Oh snap. Okay, that's happened. Liverpool have knocked us off our perch as the Merseyside Reds claim first place in the Premier League with 89 points. They come out and dethrone us. We're in second, runners up with 83. Man City and Chelsea make up the top 4, but oh my goodness me, we have some vengeance. I've got to have some revenge to be fulfilled, because I'm not having it. As at the bottom of the table, it is West Brom, Southampton and Crystal Palace to be condemned to the Championship. Over in the FA Community Shield, we actually won that against Manchester United, this time at Wembley 2-1, so another piece of silverware we've acquired, and that means I think we've won every single possible English trophy. It completes the collection, as here in the Emirates FA Cup, we didn't make the final. We were eliminated early on as United got their revenge on us 3-2 in round 3. Well, we couldn't secure the league, but we've gotten the Community Shield and the Carabao Cup, this time the EFL EFL Cup back-to-back, winning 1-0 in the final against Chelsea and doing the business over Bournemouth in the semis. We reached the quarters and took down Southampton, so it was a pretty easy road to the final. A cheeky domestic double to celebrate, but what were we able to achieve here in the Champions League, finishing top of our group undefeated. In the round of 16, we were drawn up against RB Leipzig and completely destroyed them, 9-1 on aggregate. That is almost as bad as Arsenal's 10-2, but in the quarters, we took down yet another German opposition, eliminating Leverkusen 5-3, as we booked our tickets to the semi-finals against fellow English contestants, Man City. It was a 6-2 aggregate thumping, and that means we have secured a finals berth in the big dance against none other than Liverpool. The most important game in the club's history so far, and all of it coming in their first ever participation in the competition. In order to get our hands on big ears, we could be lifting a third piece of silverware this season, and this club, my club, under Sir BCHD's guidance, is absolutely unrivaled. Gotta make sure the boys are ready and pumped to take on Liverpool ahead of tonight's big game. So much is at stake here, we've got it all to play for, and if we win here tonight, the rebuild could be complete. Potentially, here is our final look at the squad as a whole. What we've built here with this Christmas tree 4-5-1 attacking formation, that will be our chosen starting 11 tonight, but let's take a glance at the final squad report, who performed, who didn't this season, and of course, it has got to be Moise Kean on top of the goal scoring charts. He bagged 40 goals this season and finding 3 assists, 43 goal contributions in 62 games. Meanwhile, Jamal Musiala right behind him, the German scoring 25 and 19 assists, double figures in both departments. Also, Anthony got some mad goals this time around, finding the back of the net 25 times and scoring himself 7 assists on the wing. And even SMS, Milinkovic-Savic got himself involved with 12 goals and 6 assists. The Serbian from the middle is an overpowered gun in career mode, and I had to use him this time around. Fabian Ruiz with 9 goals and 5 assists, as Pedri on the left mimicked the exact same stats from his countrymen. We have a Liberato Kakache, I don't know how this man's doing it, the Kiwi with 4 goals and 11 assists. This proves that dynamic potential is working and is in full swing. You'll love to see it, as our boy Odegaard got 3 goals and 5 assists this season, Dennis the Menace off the bench with 3, and Ayushish still playing a part with 2 goals and 6. And of course, you can't deny our number 1 Ukrainian in between the sticks, nearly reaching that 90 overall, now standing at an 89. He managed 29 clean sheets in 63 appearances and a cheeky 2 assists to put that cherry on top of the cake. We managed to keep 2 original Olympiacos players on the books, but the rest of them have been organically made by Sir BCHD. The signings have come in thick and fast, and there hasn't been a transfer window that we sat down and rested. We continue to improve this club and fire them up the English ranks. We started off from lowly League 1 in Division 3 and fought our way up through the trenches. We did the dirty work, things just clicked into gear, and my first ever rebuild for my club, a custom team in FIFA 21 career mode. What a time we've had so far, and this opens up the doors of many possibilities, and the lengths you can go with FIFA 21 PC mods is absolutely just beyond your wildest dreams. It's a 3-way tie for our best player, Gvardiol the captain, Musiala and Keane all on a 95. The story of the best New Zealander who ever did it on a football pitch, Kikache with a 94 overall, and everyone else who has just been absolutely phenomenal. But enough of the chit chat, enough of the hype, here goes nothing. BCHD FC versus Liverpool to find out who will be crowned European champions. There you go, it's a close-up view of all of our banners that have been imported by respected chef, an absolute G. It's the little touches, the attention to detail, which I can still never get over to this day, and seeing my actual emblem, that tifo in the background, the fans are out in their numbers, and they have arrived here to congregate at the Santiago Bernabeu, and it's all for the glory. Let's hope the ribbons are going to be purple or red and white, the original colours of this club. In case you needed reminding, that was the road to the final, and these two Goliaths meet. The UEFA Respect tag is kind of like overshadowing my thank you for 100k memento on the sleeve, but hey, we can't complain about too much as the boys are ready. It's different to any other rebuild final, as this is my actual team. It's Sir BCHD's baby, his pride and joy. Let's get our revenge on the current Premier League champions. We'll kick things off here with Moise Kean. Back into the path of Moise Kean, who's dropped deep. Musiala just gliding on the ball so far. And he's given away the ball in not the best areas. Hasn't had the greatest of starts, the German. And now ball over the top to Rincao. This looks dangerous for Liverpool. The first counter-attack of the match. And we have a massive tackle win from Kikache. That's what we want to see. Fabian threads it through to Musiala. And all of a sudden, this could be a counter-attack of our own as Moise Kean into the path. He'll cut back inside, get around Van Dijk, and he'll have a second bite of the cherry, and it goes wide. The scuff shot, we got a bit too excited there. That peace situation for the Reds. They're in their toothpaste kit tonight. But we will clear it away. Kikache gets to the header. Fabinho boots it clear. And it's back into the path of Indica. No one can get a hold of the ball. Possession has come at a premium tonight. And it's Alexander-Arnold who threads the needle. Somehow Trincao makes it through. The Portuguese has got absolute fairy feet at the moment, and the Portuguese winger bursted through the gates, and our defense stood still like statues, and we concede the opener 1-0 to Liverpool 25 minutes in. He's throwing his boxing punches at the camera. He's shadow boxing us. Gvardiol out of position, slid too early, and Lunin can't even get a fingertip to it. Not the ideal start, boys, but we go again. Look at how they're playing. Look at how they're playing. Literally just passing around the back. I can't do anything about this. Not even bothering going forward. Fuck you. Oh my god, we've actually done it. The slide challenge, which has led to a beautiful one-on-one chance for Moise Kean, and right in front of the Liverpool fans. The ref was about to blow his whistle, but there was one more deciding moment that Moise Kean had to tuck away, and we are right back into the thick of things. As soon as I started complaining about Liverpool's playing style, Fabian had enough. I don't know who it was. The Italian only needed one invitation, and Moise Kean grabs his Champions League final goal and absolutely tucks it into the bottom left-hand corner. Sir BCHD and the subs going ballistic on the sideline. That has changed the complexion of the halftime team talk for both teams. That is it, the last kick of the half. Halftime right there. We go in for the second 45. Boring football, just waiting for their moment to come. And here was a massive tackle again from Fabian. And can he put Moise Kean through his one-on-one? And I think he's offside, so I just shot it anyway. Oh no, look at our defense wide open. Look at this. Wide open. McKennie through on goal, but Tapsopa's got back just in time. And it's a massive challenge from the African as Pedri. Can he make his mark on this game? He'll do a nice little 1-2 with Musiala if the German can find him again. And the Spaniard, he's nifty, he's quick, he'll cut it back, he'll fire it through, across, right onto Anthony's feet. And now Fabian, it's another deflection. And the blocks from Liverpool's defense are coming in absolute clutch. Gonna be a change for Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. I believe that is Eddie Nketiah coming on for Patson Daka. Over to Musiala. I keep forgetting we have the overlapping runners, and Pedri can't get past Alexander-Arnold, but we do have the width, and that is what we need to utilise here. Musiala, is he going to keep possession? He will. Nice little dancing feet as Pedri inside loses the ball. Fabian gets to the rescue as Kean puts a lovely ball inside to Anthony, and that is it. He has put it past his fellow Brazilian compatriot and in front of the faithful BCHD FC fans who have seen this club gone from League One to Champions League final. He has scored it in front of the travelling faithful, and after a few errors here and there, a few lucky bounces, Moise Kean gets the assist, and it's tucked away ever so beautifully by our number 29 Anthony, who outmuscles his defender and squeezes that one into the bottom left-hand corner, where Alisson is left helpless, and we go up 2-1 for the first time in this match. We're ahead. Another change for Liverpool. Here's McKennie comes off for Naby Keita. We head it again. Fabian, can we get the icing on top of the cake? Can we get that cherry on top? Pedri back inside to Moise Kean, over the top to Adilayu Sheesh, who tried to go for the spectacular. With 3 minutes to spare, we're doing a triple sub here with Soilos coming on for Anthony. We've got Milinkovic-Savic on for Fabian, and Odegaard is replacing Musiala. As a cross inside, Tapsopa has dealt with it. Pedri will get it clear, and it's Milinkovic-Savic to run through with it. Surely, is there one more chance, or will the ref blow his whistle to end things there? And we've just put it forward. I don't know why we did that, but there we go. No, referee, he's still got the whistle. He hasn't got the whistle in his mouth. He does now, and he has blown for full time. The 90 minutes is up. Liverpool don't force it into extra time, and it was Anthony's goal to decide things in the second half. That sees us triumph over Liverpool 2-1 in the Champions League final here in 2026. What a night it was, and what a comeback from the lads who showed their character, showed their worth, and I still can't believe my team, my boys BCHD FC, have won not only the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Community Shield, but also the Champions League title. Conquering not only domestic front, but Europe as well, has just had such a satisfying ending to this entire video. It's meant a bit more with the players we've signed. They've all kind of had their own little meaning behind them. Some were my favourites, some turned into cult heroes, and some launched my career here on this YouTube platform. As always, I'll leave you guys with the Champions League celebration. Our boy Gvardiol will lift up the title. Hopefully you did go on to enjoy. Make sure to drop the video a like down below, hit subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Make sure you check out all the other online career mode guys in the description below. As always, I've been Sir BCHD. I don't know how we're going to top it, but I'll catch you all in the very next video.
Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love, moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a show.